Hey everyone, welcome back with a new HitFilm Q&A. I'm Jamie and this is Film Empire. Now today I will be experimenting with a few things. First of all, I have a new microphone which is at the top of my camera instead of a lavalier mic on my shirt. And also I will not be adding any music in this video. So I've had several people complain that they couldn't really hear my voice. So I won't be adding any music while I'm talking. So let's start right after the intro. Now these questions all came from the HitFilm subreddit instead of from YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can leave them on the HitFilm subreddit r/HitFilm, and you can of course leave them in the comment section of this video. Let's start off with the question by user red8686. So the user said, okay, so I have this problem. Basically, when I export a video, there appear these three transparent triangles and there are strange sounds on the background. Now, what is happening is that you have a watermark on your video, and looking at the watermark, it is HitFilm Express, which probably means that you have either not activated your account or that you're using an effect which you need to buy an add-on pack for. So make sure that you are not using any effects that you need to pay for and that you have activated your account. A user by the name of Alec Pitt says, anyone else noticing in composite shots when you watch it and try to play it from a different spot, the playhead doesn't move and the video freezes but the audio still plays and it says playback already started. Now this is a known bug in HitFilm 12 and what you need to do is close the layer window which is next to your viewer window, because sometimes HitFilm actually gets confused as to which timeline it has to play. So a workaround for this at this point in time is closing the layer window. Next question by Terminally Unfunny. Every time I export, say for example, a 1-minute clip, it will end up exporting 10 minutes and the rest of it will just be a black screen. Now, what you're doing is exporting the entire timeline. So what you need to do is, instead of clicking the export in and out point, which is originally set at 1 minute and 10 minutes, you need to click export contents, and this will make sure that you only export the part that is on your timeline. Charani C asks how to loop or instant replay something in the middle of a clip. Now what you want to do is actually cut out the piece of footage that you want to copy, and then you can duplicate this piece of footage by pressing Ctrl+C and then Ctrl+V after it, and now you have a copy of the piece you want to replay, and you can, for example, stretch this out or add effects to make it look like a replay. Mr. Philip Joel asks how to keep playing when I click off of HitFilm. Very often while I'm reviewing a clip in the timeline, I'd like to keep it playing while I move my mouse to type something into my web browser or some other application. Every time I do this, HitFilm quits playback. Is there a way to turn this feature off? Now sadly, there is no way of turning this off. I also have experienced this in the past where I want to have another tab open and click somewhere while I want HitFilm to be playing. But at this point in time, there sadly is no way of turning this off. User by the name of Reno asks the simplest way to add a black screen in a video. Hi, I recently downloaded HitFilm and I watched a few tutorials to have a basic understanding of it. I'd like to have a few seconds of black screen ending the video after using the fade out transition. What is the most preferred way to do this? Now, if you don't have any other layers on your timeline and you just have a fade out, your screen will already stay black. But if you have another piece of footage on the background, what you want to do is create a black plane layer and add it over it, and that is your black screen. So no need to, for example, create a black picture in Paint or Photoshop and edit in. Just create a black plane layer. User It'sHamo asks, how do I set the in and out points correctly? I set an in and out point, but it didn't export the whole thing. My whole video clip is 10 minutes long and it only exported 8 minutes of it. Now you can set the in point by going to that point on your timeline and pressing the I button. You can go to the last part that you want to export, press the O button, O of out, and if you automatically want the out point to be at the last clip on your timeline, you can press the P button. Cold-Blooded asks, compositing versus editing. I'm in the middle of editing some gaming clips and started the project as a video editing project, but since I have several clips, I need quite a few transitions. Now my question, If I have a handful of clips and want to add, for example, transitions, would it be better to start the project as composite shot? What's the difference between the two? Is one of them going to result in a bigger file size? Now, indeed, if you start a new project, you can start editing or start compositing. Both of them are virtually the same, but if you click Start Compositing, it automatically creates a composite shot for you. So you can also just click Start Editing, and if you decide that you need a composite shot along the way, just create a new composite shot. It will not change anything in the project, and it will definitely not be a bigger file size. And then the last question of today comes from the user ZefDef. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Thin the video and audio tracks vertically. How do you thin the video and audio tracks vertically in HitFilm Express? I'm on the latest version and the tracks are so tall that I have to scroll up and down with 2 video and audio tracks on top of each other. Is there a really simple way to do this that I've missed? Now, indeed, there is a very simple way. If you go to the size slider on the left of your timeline, right next to it there should be a little triangle, and if you click on the triangle, you can change the vertical size of your video and audio layers. So that were all the questions in this HitFilm Q&A. If you have a question, you can leave it in the comment section below. You can also go to the HitFilm subreddit. I read every single question there as I'm a moderator. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Bye-bye.
Hi there, thanks for watching. Click here to see my latest video, click here to see a highlighted one, and click here to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.